Today is Wednesday, May the 8th. We sort of saw the opposite of what we saw yesterday, right? Yesterday our highs of the day were in the first 5 minutes, and then we had a move up in the last 30 minutes. Today we saw a steady move up after a down open, and then we dropped off at 3:30. And you're going to see a lot of candles that show that. We're going to look at them in a second, but here's something that's important. This is the relative volume. We barely passed 50%, so let's say 60% of relative volume on the Dow. So that's light trading. A little bit more in the NASDAQ, but not an average trading day. And the S&P 500 was about 60% as well. Advancers and decliners, close, but advancers led. So the pullback at the end of the day still had the advancers with a slight advantage. And this morning we started the McClellan indicator oscillator right down at the lower part of the mean. So the mean has an upper and lower boundary, and we're at the lower boundary. We've fallen below that before, but today will probably show not much of a change in that reading. So the McClellan oscillator is still negative. Let's go look at some stocks now. The S&P 500, here's what I was saying, where the candles are going to finish a very narrow trading day overall from open to close, a wide range, a range of 24 points. Overall, we finished down 4.5, a little bit up from the open. And that's why you've got a green candle. We still have this gap below us. The support for the Chiku span should have been or could have been 280.70. And if you look back here, that was the low today was 280.72. So we actually did have the Chiku span come down and pretty much touch the top of that candle. So it got a bounce. Tomorrow, we're going to find support at 28.73. So the same low as we saw today, we're going to see as support tomorrow. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to move this down here. And that 28, sort of the top of this candle and the bottom of this candle, 28.72.26 is going to set off our alert. And that's where we should see a bounce if we move down tomorrow. Apple, same sort of candle as we saw with the S&P. A little disappointing. I saw us making some strength after the open today in Apple, but we pulled back. So I don't know what news happened at 3:30. I certainly never watched CNBC, so I'll find out when I sit down and look at the news later on this evening. Caterpillar, pretty disappointing, but what would you expect when you've got a tariff war with your second largest trading partner? You can't sign a renegotiated NAFTA deal with your two largest trading partners, Canada and Mexico, and you're at war with the European Union. What would you expect to be happening with your industrial component? Exactly what you see, weakness. Support is at 129.40. We could go down as low as 129.40 and have some buyers coming in at 130. Gold had a negative day today. It looked like it was going to be up. Intel, just terrible. Didn't even get support from the 50 simple moving average. So Intel is a stock in deep trouble. Whirlpool, our housing indicator, still no reason to buy this stock. We're supposed to have a strong economy, and yet appliances are not flying off the shelves. You got to wonder why. And I know why. It's the tariffs that have been put on, which are increasing the prices of washers and dryers, refrigerators, microwaves, ovens, and gas grills, all of that stuff. WDC, day just like Apple, a little bit off of its lows, but nothing to scream about. It could have been worse today. It could have been much worse. Let's wait and see what happens tomorrow. Let's look at the S&P. because we finished at the bottom of here. I lost my, there we go, that's a better one. What happened there? The S&P 500, because we finished up off of the lows, but well off of the highs, we could see some strength tomorrow. Today was just a low volume day, so the big guys were not out playing in the sandbox. Let's hope that there's some better news coming in the next few days for the China negotiations. I would not bet that there's any news by Friday, simply because the Chinese will not be looking to give the president an easy way for any kind of a victory. Victory for him means losing face for them. That's just the way it works with this current administration. Enough of that.